Hey y'all. So I was doing Bible study the other day and I was reading the book of Job. And in Job chapter 2, right, after Job loses everything, and he's searching for God and wondering to God, like, what has happened? Because Job was one who was faithful to God, right? And led a life of obedience and was blessed by God. Job's wife turns to Job and says, "Why are you still looking? Why are you still searching? You should curse God and die." A lot of people tend to have a misunderstanding of what it means to be equally yoked. And we tend to think that it has something to do with career and status and money. And it's not just those things, but it has a lot to do with spirituality. Can the person meet you where you are when it comes to where you're at spiritually and the spiritual growth that you intend to have in your life? So, in the book of Job, the position of the wife, as she sees that she herself has lost everything, is to pray over Job, right? It's to pray over her family, over the losses. It's to stand in the gap where Job is now questioning and losing faith, and encouraging Job to have that faith, to have that understanding. But Job's wife did not understand God, and she lacked faith. And because she did, she tried to take away the faith that he did have. She tried to take him away from his God. She wasn't able, she didn't have the capacity to stand in that gap, to pray over him, to pray through the situation, right? And to call on the name of God. Don't allow this cuffing season to make you pick somebody that you are not in full alignment with. Because you have to be able to really go to the Lord about whatever situation it is that you're trying to walk yourself into, and see if that is the right timing and that's the right person for you to be with. Because for some people, just picking the wrong person in a season can eventually affect your whole lifetime. It can affect your purpose. It can affect everything else that is promised to you in the future, because you misalign yourself with the wrong person. God is going to bless you with someone that is after your own heart. But that person has to be after God's own heart. That person has to want and desire a relationship with God. They have to have a spiritual backing and understanding. And so when you are looking for a person who is equally yoked with you, don't just stop at finances. Don't just stop at material things and physical things. Really, you have to really look at the heart of the person. You have to study their spirit. You have to always be praying that God is opening doors for the right people to enter your life. And that anybody who is not meant to be in your life, that he ushers them out. Because aligning yourself with the wrong person is like choosing life or death. You need to have someone who's going to stand in the gap for you, who's going to pray over you. Whether you are going through good times, times of prosperity, or whether you're going through bad times, trials and tribulation, pick the right person. Don't let cuffing season rush you into the wrong relationship.